call me fuego. 93 like me. Fire in the sheets, spending summers on the seas. Okay though, she know way home. Better life on the day.
We've seen teams on top of the league, on top of the format. Let's look at the top of the map as the plane comes in and our teams get ready to jump out. It's a departure from our last two plane paths as we go east to west on this one. Again, some early poppers right out of the plane, very, very quickly looking to get to their positions as the bottom half of the map a little bit cut off. And I think we can probably safely say it's not going to be a military circle this time around.
I'm quite sure we're not going to see military circle for sure. It would be nice to see a nice central. It could be, you could have foreseen it. It could be Raheen starts getting a good western circle, and they're going to be having a great game for themselves.
I think West would hurt them. I think maybe Northwest, something up around shooting range would be great for Raheen. Like you said, I think one of the weaknesses that we've seen out of the Gatka loot sprees is that you stay too long, you loot too long, you're too spread out, and people often crush you. They're forcing you to move early, but in a spot like shooting range-ish area where you don't have a lot of conflict on rotation.
Get eliminated in the fourth circle. Snip is making a big move all the way into the north bridge, taking the western bridge with that tumble, though.
Let's go to TMP.
They've pushed.
TMP was in Gatka. They had to push across that field in the open. They took a lot of fire from Wildcats. Tommel had to stop here because he couldn't make the cross after Wildcats opened fire. Tommel does go down now to RUP7UR3. Bookie trying to defend it from the opposite side, but they've only got two left after a very difficult cross, and perhaps their passive play in the early game may come back to bite them in this one as Wildcats take a big chunk out of the Tempest push.
Yeah, and they have to still keep moving because none of them is actually still inside the zone here. M-Force have taken a little divot just south of the triple warehouses in South George. They're playing there safely. They have a split with the guys on the top of Everest still. They're going to be scouting for them. X-Zone still is going to be going away from Water. Snip is making their way across. An Australian force is taking shots at Besiktas Academy, which is moving into South George as well.
M4 doing a great job of leapfrogging their duos throughout this match, covering and transitioning, and transitioning. Will it pay off as we continue to move forward in this match? They got a lot of opponents nearby. Austria Force most notably in the warehouses by them. Meanwhile, Snip has made a long north rotation, transitions into a very hot area. Mutiny up on top of the hill, trying to stop the Wildcats as they make their transition. Tommel, by the way, went down, obviously finished off as the blue closed in, but Wildcats are running. They do. We joked about the Ibiza playbook earlier. It looks like the Wildcats are going to try for a recreation of the original play as they create the smoke line to try and get across this field. That was Ibi, right?
That's the exact same spot as well. Yeah, you're
I think
right
so, yeah.
There. Taking some more shots with the 4X SLR. Not connecting just yet. DGF is going to take down Crowman on the other side of the map.
Yeah, that was that Snip push. Snip was desperately coming in from North George. Not a lot of options. They knew they'd lose at least one or two on that charge, and so they must. Mutiny up by the tower, having a good little spot. Let's jump in to the city where Besiktas is holding it down. They've been fighting there for a while. Tempest, by the way, eliminated in 16th place. So once again, I've said it, I'll say it before. When your team is ahead, don't pull out the strikers to add a defender. You got to keep playing aggressive. You got to keep playing your game. And you got to try to go for the win. And I think they played a little slow on that one to defend their points, and it didn't really work out. Now, back over to the hilltop where we've got the guys from Mutiny trying to get a little play up. Wildcats come in and go down. RUP7UR3 is knocked by Granula there as he crashed into the hay bale and had no other area, nowhere else to go. Shot from the side. This is Wildcat style as they come in very aggressively. BSD gets the knock on UX. shecreated goes down to Granula. Granula's taken out two of their number, but the fight continues out here in the wheat field. Not a lot of fun for anybody as the cover is minimal. Fortunately, no cars to destroy hay bales.
No, and here Mutiny. Ooh, that's a nice nade from Dog. Besiktas Academy also taking down Entropy. Granula, see if he can spot one more. He does connect a few as well onto the Wildcats. Ooh, Molotov. The Molotov meta is definitely strong. That is going to be short. He didn't play best baseball when he was young, that's for sure. No. Gonna try to meet a reposition here. Granula, try to get around for this spot. One more Molly is going to go up.
There we go.
That could connect for sure. That was too far. Still didn't play baseball when he was young.
All right, here he goes fast. Well, he took the time to change the scope and stays out in the open for the shot, trying to cover his teammates as they come back up. Very exposed on both the right and the left side. Mutiny doing everything they can to hold against the Wildcats. These are two teams that we've been talking about throughout the day. High expectations, smash mouth play, coming up against each other 1v1. Not 1v1, 4v4 as the fight goes on. Granula takes some damage on return, doesn't manage to get himself a knock, but it's come down. shecreated coming forward, puts the work in, and Granula drops. Mover inside of the smoke, last man standing for his team, popping the first aid, but you can see the Wildcats are pushing as RUP7UR3 gets the finish on his opponent. Tosses out another grenade. They're coming back and forth right on top. There's the knock. If he can finish off Mover, he can res his teammate. This is a big play for him, but he's on down. Mutiny drops as Wildcats comes out of a significantly worse position and manages to survive a push on Mutiny with 3. Very impressive play from Wildcats.
Super well played by them so far, and that's the story of the whole day so far. Able to come out of clutch positions with so much pressure on them, and they're actually sitting at a very great point. Considering how this Southern plays this though. Justus is going to take down Sinister, finish him off, and also Rafa is going to go down. That is M4's losing 2.
You know, we thought M4's lead probably looked good. We said the big threat was Austrian Force over in the warehouse because they're forced to move through that area, and they did so very, very cleanly. Now we're left with Dogs hanging out next to a burning car. No escape options, no hope, just a trench and a prayer as he lays there and hopes he's protected. Entropy goes down in 13th place, a little bit outside the box. You can see the live status up on the left side of your screen if you want to check in. The circle comes out, and it is in no man's land. Wide open spaces, hay bales for days, and nowhere that you want to play. You know who won this circle? Wildcats.
They definitely won this, and they potentially also won this game. We've been talking about it. Are they going to win a game today, or are they just going to keep racking up the points by getting high kills, high placement? They already got 6 kills so far. They definitely could hit a double digit again for the 3rd time today. If they manage to do so, that would be very impressive, and they are definitely going to be taking the win of the day if they do.
Very, very happy with their performance. Like I said, it wasn't easy. They made pushes. Copy goes down. Lamont goes down. Cappy is no age limit, please. Put some work into the cars, trying to make these desperation rotation. Meanwhile, Besiktas is eliminated. Boom goes the dynamite. We also took a loss as Rahina lost some people. Austrian Force, boom, dropped as well as they try to make their rotation. So M4 somehow outlasts them, I believe. Rahina down in 10th. I was worried about that. They were 2 spread. The circles kept moving away from it, just didn't work out. Now we jump over to Relegats, pushing in. Isn't Relegats and always rank 1 seem to be fighting regularly as it happens yet again? Next, trying to move in here and dig him out of the rat hole that he is in. Relegats going to move around the outside. We saw Go Ahead Eagle drops down to Spice. And always rank 1 falling back. Smartly knows they don't want to hold that line necessarily. They want to be together. Next takes some damage from a grenade. Sees him as they make the rotation. Tries to flock off to the other side. Abdallah has the peek. Looking at him for the right side of the wall as his teammate heals. Hits the cover. Space gets next. High Deep gets Space. It's a back and forth. Trade for trade as Abdallah decides to make the push forward. He wants to catch him off guard. They don't know he's there. He sees the down man. It's called. And the Relegats go down to a very clean push by always ranked number 1. They laid back for a second. They secured the heal from their own teammates, and then they pushed back into the warehouse after faking the extraction. DA takes out the last man from M4's. I'm not even sure they knew he was there. They just wanted the dip.
They just wanted that dip, and they took it by force. Very unfortunately for
they
M4's.
Took it from force.
They took it from force. With force. By force. No, very real play. Very clinical from always rank 1 there. Super nice play from them, managing to get 4 guys live. And from that, they might be on the edge, Toughies, but from that position, they can take so much control of this field area.
And it was a good fight. They're going to have that confidence of coming off a win for their next rotation. They heard Digital Athletics move into their spots. They have very keen awareness of where everyone else is around them. Cooney's going to go ahead and toss out some smokes to buy himself a little extra space. It's going to become a dip surrounded in smoke to buy some time, but it's not enough as Domination continues to take fire from all over the face. Fast pay Wildcats up in a pole position. They've got a pretty good spot to sit in for a minute or 2. The idea here is no one can go to the middle, Martin, so they all have to sort of play this edge, look for casualties, so that when they finally have to move because of the blue, their vector to crawl or find a hay bale cover is okay because there's less people sort of out to that grid around them. So that's why everyone's working the flanks as hard as they can.
Yeah, agreed. And right now, actually looking at the circle, there's actually only one player inside the circle. It's only Dog from the Wildcats. Everybody else has to make a move. They have to reposition or try to push in. This means that the North is going to be so congested. We're going to see a fight with always rank 1, Smiley Face, Kills and Legs, and potentially with the lowest age limit, please, guys. Team Diamond.
Horseman's going to go down. His no age limit, please, continues to put in some nice work. Digital Athletics with 3 alive as they tuck in next to the dip that they took by force, and they lock it up. Wildcats, DogSRS. Wildcats still has 4 up as they open up. They get hooked down from DA. Meanwhile, no age limit, please, uses 2 people to diamonds. Rotation not working out, and we see again the Wildcats shecreated gets 2 more players from AR1. Always ranked 1 is dropping fast as they are just caught in the sights of the Wildcats.
They're trying to send it towards the center, and it just didn't work for them. He did manage to get 1 kill. Maybe he's gonna get there. Maybe they're gonna be able to take off the rest though. BSD, Wildcats onto domination. RUP7UR3's gonna finish up Johnsky. We'll see.
How many teams? How many teams is Wildcat fighting at once? As far as like, they're everywhere. They're shooting at everybody. This is ridiculous as they lock up their spot. Dom trying to get to them from the north side, always ranked 1, did lose 1 player on that transition, but now they got Smiley pushing them from the other side. Team Diamonds is eliminated. Their clarity ceases to exist as we find Wildcat still. We're gonna stick with RUP7UR3. He tries to make the flank on Dom. He's going for the flank. He's not staying still. He's playing aggressive. Noise limit, please, eliminated in the meantime. He goes for the spray, gets them down, and then RUP7UR3 doubles back. These guys are not willing to sit and wait for the action. They make sure that they're taking the aggression. He's got 69 horse on the right side, not sure where he is. That could be the death of him as he is unable to see him hiding there inside the bush.
He has no idea, but 12 kills so far in a top 5. This could be the game for them. No matter what, he finds 1 more. That's 13 toughies. This is crazy for the Wildcats.
You can see the moment where he spotted him. He spotted him at that peak a little while ago and acted like he didn't see him. He turned the other way and ran back to cover, so the 69 Horseman didn't open fire on him. DogSRS takes out 1-tap Zolly, and they are absolutely playing out of their mind right now. That said, though, Smiley Face still has 4 up. A team that had a slow start, sick player, made a sub halfway through the day, looking to try to get themselves back on the board and set themselves up for a big day number 2, which they need to do as they prep for the next grouping. Yellow FTW has been playing strong. Beamy learned a strong lesson up against the Wildcats last time. I'd love to see a rematch at 4-4. They just got to eliminate the men in between them. DA stands in the way of the 4v4 arena final. If they can get them out, get the last man from AR1, that could open us up for one heck of an end to this match.
I really love this pincer move here from Smiley. This is fantastic. Matebane is taking the southern side of this new circle. All the guys is on the west and the north, making sure that they enclose everybody else in a pincer-like move. This is like watching the police move around in a strategical position here. That's so well played for them. Wildcats, though, are taking a car. They are trying to get into this position here, trying to get a new angle from this. And DA is looking to be the loser of this fight here. They are 2 guys alive outside the circle. Everybody looking at them. They're going to be going down anytime soon.
Aggression, aggression, aggression. They're forcing the fight. Always ranked number 1, stuck in the middle of what's about to happen as they just lay low and let the fireworks go off around them. shecreated, keeping an eye out for his partner as he's in that spot. We do have DA just hiding. They deny. They stay behind the hay bale, say this is not a fight that we're interested in being involved in, though Beamy did manage to get a point off of that one. So we got fast play Wildcats, fast pay Wildcats. They are fast players, though, I'll tell you that right now, as they've got 4 up and the top of the hill. Smiley Face with 4 as well, running pincers, but that does mean that they were split up a little bit, have to find their way back together as they have 1 player far out for the rest of the group. The question is, will always ranked number 1 play spoiler here as he sits right in the middle of the map?
shecreated 5 kills so far. Just found himself a new level 3 vest and helmet with an AWM. Are you absolutely kidding me? They're going to be wrecking this fight. They have to be winning this. Yord has been found.
Go ahead.
Yord has been found on the western side. RUP7UR3 and the guys, they are repositioning. Shots are coming out.
shecreated 5 kills. shecreated a ton of space for the team out here on top of the map. They're playing aggressive. They're jumping up on cars. They don't care if they go down. They know that they need to get the knocks to win this match. Smiley Face playing aggressively also with a split. Jump back in the car. shecreated going to rotate again. Create a nice little car fort here in the middle of the hill and keep overwatch for the rest of the team. Let them know what's going on. That said, we've got the movement in. Wildcats not slowing down, staying ahead of the blue. Always rank 1 is out. It is a 4v4. Wildcats versus Smiley Face. The miss misses. The exchange is there. The smiley face is split 3-1. Wildcats is split in really a crazy formation. I don't even know what the hell they're doing. Nice shot, though, as shecreated wants to go for the spray down. Can't quite get it. Bringing in the rest of the team. BSD going to come up next to him as they lock it up. Keep in mind, we do have Mage Bane over there playing the spoiler role by themselves. We're locked up with DogSRS, waiting for him to show, but he gets lit up. Dog knows exactly where Mage Bane is. Mage has to fall backwards. Can't maintain. Knows there's no res option if he goes down, so he has to hide behind the rock. Good nade. Would have worked if he had it relocated. Smart play by Mage.
Yeah, really well played by him right here. Meanwhile, they are trying to get a better position inside the zone. Two of the guys from both teams are actually outside the connect zone.
Mage is down.
BSD's going to go down. Beam is going to take down BSD, and Beam is going to go down himself. This is a 2 versus 3.
So it's 2 versus 3. They lost Mage off. There's no regen option for him, so he is going to get finished off. Nice peek there by shecreated, who's been a staple and anchor for this team. RUP7UR3 the gunner still up, looking for a hunt. Yellow FTW and Hort moving up aggressively. Hort says, I got to get up close. I got to get up personal. There's only 2 groups left. It's time to try to put some kills on the board. Meanwhile, Wildcats looks like they're going to go and try to secure the res to get themselves back into this thing. Smiley face doing so as well as they smoke up on Beamy. York going to play the front position, but shecreated looks for the flank. Not interested in res, wants to go for the kills, moves around to the left side. They don't know that he's coming. Switched it over to the 3X and the M4. Comes up on top of the hill, right where the res just happened. Beamy getting healed back up. Looks like they want to get into the fight. No idea that shecreated make the wraparound. Comes up and opens the spray. Gets the first knock to make it a 2v3. Once again, past the reload, but now York has not a lot of options. The 3X spray is there. Down he goes. The Wildcats 4 up. Only 1 person left to get through. We said they were going to secure a win if they kept playing like this. Could this be the moment? And it is. Wildcats, fast pay Wildcats, comes out blazing and puts up a massive 19 kill game to end this one, Avenger. What a way to go.
This is just what we wanted to see from the Wildcats. Absolutely amazing play from them. 7 kills on shecreated, 6 on RUP7UR3, BSD 4 and Dog 2. Insane game. What a perfection, execution. Everything was just perfect for them to come together with this game here, and with 19 kills total. What an amazing game.
They took their spot. They stopped the push by Tempest. They eliminated them. They had to push across an open field to dig, I believe it was Mutiny, out of that position that they ended up winning from. They fought across the open. They lost people. They lost utility. They somehow survived that one. Then they held. They got pushed from domination from the right side. They didn't stay still. They drove a car down and said, screw you. We're taking the fight to you. They eliminated them. They never stopped moving, and it worked. And man, did it work big. This, I think, puts them probably in first place 100%. Coming out of today, in probably one of the best performances I've seen in the tournament so far, if not in a while.
Sure. This is probably one of the best performances I've seen in a BO6, honestly.